Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back here to the second match with Esper Geist. We won the die roll, so yes, we would like to play first. Opener is pretty good here. We have Serum Visions, we have Disruption in the form of Thoughtseize. Because this is game one, basically blind, I'm actually going to go Thoughtseize turn one, just because I don't actually know what I'm looking for with Serum Visions. So that's probably going to be my turn one play here. And I probably want to get Watery Grave here just so that I can put one of these lands tapped next turn. And then hopefully go for a turn 3 Lingering Souls. Our opponent's going down to 6 here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Watery. We'll go down to 15, so if we're up against Burn here, I'm going to feel pretty stupid. Alright, this is going to be some sort of mono blacklist. I've seen this go around a bit, so we could take the Messenger or Sign in Blood. I kind of want to take Sign in Blood, however, Messenger without Path to Exile will get pretty annoying. However, Sign in Blood gets them card advantage, so I think we can use Serum Visions to maybe look for Path to Exile, and we can just take Sign in Blood here. Let's see, did they discard at the top? That may have changed my decision. They did put a card on top, but they're leading with. Oh wait, they drew it. So never mind. Or actually, Snapcaster Mage is a great draw. It may let us actually take that Grol's Messenger before they can even cast it. Wow, these are all pretty great, I would say. Collective Brutality might not be too good anymore at this point, but I think Inquisition is actually. We can always mill one of the Lingering Souls to it, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go top. Inquisition will let me take their Geralf's Messenger without having to use my Snapcaster Mage just yet, as it may not be necessary right now. Let's see, our opponent. And stealing one of our opponent's Fatal Pushes I don't think is going to do much this game, but let's go ahead and just go Inquisition, take the Messenger, go for the Throat. Another piece of removal. Not too great against us. And so next turn we can, if they play some sort of creature, we can always maybe Collective Brutality them. Alright, so now they're just sitting on a bunch of removal spells, and that's where Lingering Souls shines. So we're just going to go ahead and cast Lingering Souls. If they want to spend a bunch of removal to kill Lingering Souls, they can be my guest. We're going to save this Collective Brutality just in case we need to remove something. Lightning Bolt my face. That's aggressive. That is very aggressive. I guess they assume we're some sort of like non-bolt deck. Phyrexian Arena is very good here. It's definitely a card I would want to take. Let's go ahead and just get in for damage here. These Collective Brutalities are not doing a lot of work in our hand here. But I think we just want to go ahead and flood the board as best as we can. And maybe next turn we can go like Brutality plus Flashback Souls or double Flashback Souls. Because all these Lingering Souls are going to get pretty tough for our opponent to slog through. However, Phyrexian Arena is one of the cards that I guess will do a really good job to get them back into this game. Sign in Blood. Interesting, yeah. Skulk and Lifelink. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Interesting. Sure. So we can block that very easily. And we have Path to Exile. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and bash for 3 here. So I thought this was maybe the more competitive mono blacklist, but I guess we're wrong. We'll represent both push and path here, and not spell snare. But our opponent's down to 10, and unless they have some major way to gain life, they're just gonna have to spend all of this removal on our spirits, and then maybe we can burn them out with Collective Brutality. So this will make me lose 2 life. But that's fine because we have Path to Exile. Go ahead and burn another Fatal Push. So we don't know Fatal Push is in their hand anymore. I think we do take the trade here just to avoid constant life loss, or life gain from our opponent. We'll say, okay, here, opponent's up to 11. And now let's just go ahead and path that right now. Our opponent's going to go down to 8, then 7 from Phyrexian Arena. If we get one more hit in from these, we can actually just drain them. So because we can't cast Cryptic Command, I'm just going to run out another Lingering Souls here. And this should be lethal next turn, assuming they don't kill one of them. Or if we draw a land, we can send both of these upstairs. Sure. Another messenger. Okay. And now they should be dead. Of course, we're going to attack first. If they have another Fatal Push, that's okay. Alright, that's Blood Crypt, which they don't shock. So we know they have Go for the Throat plus Unknown. And so here we'll just go get in for some hits here. Alright, so they don't block, and so now they are dead. Right now. Alright. Let's go to game 2, see what we can do here. Counter Squall seems pretty good here. Maybe Verdict, but we didn't see that many creatures, so Verdict may not be the way to go. They have a lot of like card advantage in the form of non-creature spells as well. Brutality doesn't seem, I mean, they didn't see Tassiger, they didn't even see Geist either, so they may board out some of their spot removal, and then Collective Brutality may not be, it's hard to cut Brutality though, it is very hard. I think these discard spells are going to be important to get either Phyrexian Arena or Liliana the Veil or something like that out of our opponent's hand. Cryptic Command is a great card here in this matchup. Can bounce pesky permanents. I think maybe we can get away with cutting some Fatal Pushes. Those Skull creatures aren't the scariest. And maybe we can get away with cutting one Brutality. And I think in general, we should have a pretty good matchup here. I could take Nile Spellbomb. I could use it in response to the Persist trigger. But I'd rather not bring in such a narrow card like that. Mono black is interesting. I mean, it's not mono black; it's black red. We did see Lightning Bolt on that one game, so that is something to be aware about. I imagine cards like that aren't long for this world in this matchup, though. And I imagine they also have discard spells of their own, but I guess we'll find out. And that was all off of a No, did we mulligan that game? No, that was that. That was a great hand, actually. And this is a great hand as well. We have turn 1 Inquisition, Fatal Push to answer one of their like early threats. And then we have Cryptic Command to work towards, and Brutality even, if we want to steal something from their hand on turn 2. So yeah, we're definitely keeping this hand. Darkslick Shores definitely helps minimize life loss. Our opponent's going down to 5, unfortunately. Let's see if they mulligan to 5. They still haven't kept yet. Keep their hand. Let's see if they mulligan. I mean, if they, how do they scry? They scry at the top. Okay. So I'm going to let my opponent just do whatever they want here. I F6'd. Go ahead, Blood Crypt tapped. Sure. It's possible that they're also playing those Demigod of Revenge. Is that the card? Oh, yeah, opponent mulligan to 5. Geist is a pretty good draw here if we can clear the way for him. Here we're probably hoping to get like a Sign in Blood to stop our opponent from maybe getting out of this like mulligan, and I know that sounds pretty bad, and our opponent's not happy. Alright, looks like our opponent let us take a look at their hand here. Phyrexian, oh my gosh, so they're on a 2-lander, Bolt, push. I think we want to take Bolt here. There's very few targets for push in our deck. And we still have Phyrexian Obliterator, so if our opponent starts to play on curve and we don't find another land to trigger Revolt for Fatal Push. Alright, so they draw Sign in Blood, which is pretty good for our opponent. Interesting. Let's just go ahead and have our opponent reveal their hand. We want to save. Now we'll take bump. I think we definitely want to save this Polluted Delta, knowing our opponent has that third land and potentially fourth soon. I think we want to save Delta. So take bump. Even though it's got flashback, we'll take bump. I think Fatal Push is less good against us. Alright, there's Dragon Skull Summit. Let's go ahead and Serum Visions. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. I actually want to go bottom top. And I still want to not crack this yet. Just in case our opponent does top deck another Obliterator. So I think Geist is going to be our way to win here. We just got to make sure we don't get like blown out by something really good. And we also want to get that land from the top of our deck as well. Sure, Lightning Bolt. That's actually very fine with me. We're going to take the Obliterator here for sure. Looks like our opponent is just sitting on a lone Fatal Push, unfortunately. Two mana. Collective Brutality. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, this means we're probably gonna play Geist next turn. There goes Cryptic. Oh wow. I mean, I guess now without Cryptic, there's no major reason to draw that land off the top. And now we just want to ride Geist to victory. Now our opponent needs both an Obliterator and a land to get back into this game, I imagine. Because now this Geist is going to be a pretty fast clock. So I really do like all that hand disruption. It reminds me of Grixis Shadow in the sense that we break apart our opponent's hand, but then we play this threat that's very hard to remove. Now, of course, it does a lot worse in combat, but I still think it's pretty good. And now I'm going to do something pretty... well, should I go Snap Thoughtseize? I think... I could just go Thoughtseize instead of using up Snap, but using up Snap does use our mana better. But what if I don't want to use, you know, Thoughtseize on Snapcaster? Yeah, what if I could save Snap for something better? Let's go ahead and take Sign in Blood. Hit our opponent for 6 here. See, now we could have taken Fatal Push there, actually, because our opponent's getting pretty low on life. Alright, so they still drew Sign in Blood. And if they don't keep up, like, Fatal Push here, we can deal a lot of damage to them. Let's see, if they don't play anything here, I'm actually going to, let's see, that's going to be 6, that's 8. That's lethal. Unfortunately for our opponent, that's lethal. And then we're going to go ahead and Fatal Push here. And our opponent got. So, of course, this wasn't the most competitive matchup. But it does go to show you the power against mid-range decks, being able to just Thoughtseize all of their threats. And I imagine our opponent is going to concede here pretty soon. As they're sending me messages here. Alright, so if you can see here in the bottom right here, my opponent wants me to concede because they want to keep talking to me. Unfortunately, we have things to do, like record more videos. So I'm gonna, you can obviously see here we have lethal, but I am going to exit out of this game to make sure you guys get some more content. But thanks for watching this video, and hopefully we can find a slightly more competitive opponent next turn, next round. All right, see you guys soon.